Minnesotans have a chance this week to help students feel more connected, supported, and loved.
We featured the nonprofit You're Not Alone here on The 4. Its mission to help young people with their mental health brings therapy teams into Minnesota schools.
Amy Theisen Walz is the founder of the nonprofit. She's here today along with Willow Grace the pup. Great to see you guys as always.
Thank you for having us.
Now, before we talk about the big fundraising event that's happening on Thursday and how folks can get involved, we first met you over 2 years ago, and you were just getting started in Monticello Middle School. Talk a little bit just about how this program started there.
Yeah, so I had intentions of bringing Willow into Mercy Hospital, but COVID happened, and as we know, we couldn't go into the hospitals. So I approached our school where I had grown up, where my children had gone, and they said, yeah, please come on in, and kind of gave me an open door and a blank slate.
What does Willow bring to the table? Tell us about her.
Well, Willow, all dogs bring unconditional love. Willow brings a disability, though, a hidden disability. So on top of bringing love to the kids, they've all learned about, mental health is an invisible disability as well. She has what is called severe dysplasia. So the kids are learning how we don't judge somebody by how they look, because she looks awesome, but inside she hurts. So they're learning compassion and empathy for the underdog.
And Willow is such a sweetheart. What happens to our brain when we see an animal like Willow, when we interact with people like her, dogs like her?
I didn't even realize it until about 2 years ago that there is a happy chemical, oxytocin, that gets delivered, released in your brain whenever you see any type of an animal. And so obviously just seeing an animal, we feel better. And then if a child or an adult too could sit and actually pet an animal, your blood pressure and your pulse lower. And if you feel comfortable in the setting, you start to share. And it's not just children, it's adults too.
And Amy, when schools started to hear about this, you started to need more teams. You and Willow couldn't go everywhere, so you've really developed a program where buddies and these dogs can go into schools all over, and you need more help.
Exactly. So we thought our first year of expansion we'd go into 10 schools. Well, that turned into 23.
Oh my gosh.
So we went from 1 team to 25 in a year. And then this last school year, we ended up in 43 schools. And we have over 50 therapy dog teams, and they commit 2 hours once a week to the program.
Wonderful growth. I mean, such a short span of time. Clearly, the work you're doing is great, and that's why it's growing. But there's also a fundraising event, and that's where the need is here. Derek's going to be emceeing, no surprise here. So what can attendees expect?
So we call it Raise the Roof, because
Nice.
it's an outdoor concert. For the first 2 hours, we have beautiful day DJs that will play music for us. Derek MCs, this is his 3rd year with us, so we greatly appreciate that. And then the second 2 hours are Vinnie Rose, who's a great, guitar player and singer. I'm trying to find the right word for that. We have about 50 silent auction items. We have about 14 vendors. So we have a lot of other mental health nonprofits that'll have info available. We'll have food trucks, ice cream.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
How do the funds help your mission?
So we cannot charge anything for our services in the school. But we tell people it's about $2,500 a school. It helps with all our operational costs, helping our teams to continuing ed credits. Every year we want them to feel more comfortable, whether it's dog classes or it's just working with children. Each one of our teams is given professional photos so that we can create trading cards. So every single one of our dogs has a trading card. And that way the kids have something to take away from the event. All of our dogs have a little mini me plush that gets left at the school.
So sweet.
Typically with the social worker, and that way if a child is dysregulated or just needing extra, they know where they can get reminded of petting the dog that is in their school.
Wonderful. Before we let you go real quick, how can people attend this week's event?
Yes, we are at Lupulin Brewery in Big Lake, which for 10 years they've been doing great community events there, especially for mental health. It's from 5 to 9, and there is no cost.
Wonderful.
Just come, eat, have beverages, and bring your children. It's family friendly. Kids have a scavenger hunt this year. We have a doggy bounce house.
The works.
The works.
Well, let's put that info on the screen for everybody. Raise the Ruff. This is the annual fundraiser happening on Thursday. Lupulin Brewing, Big Lake. As mentioned, music, food, drinks. I'll be there. I want to meet you. I want to meet your pup. The money raised, of course, helping put more therapy teams into Minnesota schools and some Wisconsin schools, because this has really blossomed over the last 2.5 years or so.
And Providence, Rhode Island.
There you go.
Hopefully Willow will be there too.
Thanks,
Thank you
Amy.
so much.